Hi, welcome back. How are you? I'm great. Now, before you're wondering, if you watched my last video where I was sharing about my life and what it's happening, and now you see me in a completely different mood. No, I'm not under drug, I'm not drunk, I'm not crazy. This is just the way I am. Uh, for those of you who haven't watched the last video, so you're up to speed. In my last video, I was sharing how there are things in my life that are happening right now and that don't make me feel as great. I was a bit down in terms of mood, and I was sharing how I was planning to start and change a few things around. That was only a couple of days ago. So as you can imagine, things haven't changed yet. My life hasn't become suddenly the beautiful life that everybody dreams about. I think this is impossible. But A, because of the weather, I think as soon as the sun is out, your mood already change. And B, because I start to tackling one thing at a time and I start a process of reaction, I'm feeling great. I don't know for how long it's going to last. Some of you may be like me when you have these sparks of energy and good mood followed by deep, less, let's say, positive vibe. But let's leave the day and let's leave the moment. Few updates from my side. So first of all, it's time now to get my shit together and get my life together and tackle everything that do not bring joy to my life. As a person, that's my personality. I tend to want to do everything in one go, and this very often causes me stress and anxiety because I feel trapped. I feel that I want things to change in the blink of an eye. I feel I don't have enough time or I don't have energy, and this is a vicious loop. So what I try to do this time differently is try to not necessarily think and look at the very end goal or think and look at everything at once, but tackle one at a time every single aspect that do not fit right now with how I want my life to be. This means, for example, I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning to rework and update my CV, my LinkedIn profile. I want to go back in shape. And because spring and the good season is coming, I think it's going to be easier as well. Because I don't know you, but for me, especially during cold weather, winter time, I tend to do not necessarily want to eat chicken breast and salad and avocado every day, but I like something that is more fatty and less healthy. So I have my app that I use to count calories. Actually, wanted to ask you, if you're counting calories with the app, what is that you're using right now? I used to use an app, I don't remember the name, but I used it 2 years ago for a full year and I loved it. I lost almost 15 kilos. It was super easy. And then last year, around this time, I think it was May, I've heard about Macro Factor, so I download that. I pay the yearly membership, which is coming to the end in a couple of months. But I'm questioning now if it's worth the money and if there's anything better out there. Like this app costs 3 times the money of the ones that I used to use before. I think it was called Lose It. I don't remember. I need to figure out. But if there's anything new that you want to suggest, please let me know. I will put the link anyway of Macro Factor. I don't know if there's any referral code. I'll let you, if there is one, I will add it. If not, I'll just put the link and the name. It's really good. It's easy to use. You scan, there's an AI feature as well, so you can scan, take a picture of your plate, will calculate the calories. even though I think it's always best to use the barcode or input the ingredients because it's a bit more accurate. But sometimes you're on the go and you don't have barcodes, so that's how you do it. And what I like about Macrofactor, and that what made me decide to move to that one instead of keeping my previous one, is that when you set the calorie intake, your calorie target, your daily calorie target, what Macrofactor does is every week is checking what you eat, how is your weight changing day by day. It invites you to weight yourself every day, which is what I do anyway. I have a smart scale, so everything is linked to my phone, my Apple Health app, so it's quite easy and smooth for me. But it uses these data to understand your actual metabolism, because you may eat more calories than they assign to you, but you may still lose weight. That means that for whatever reason your metabolism is high, so the following week that will adjust your calorie allowance so it's slightly higher. On the other hand, you may eat your calorie goals and get stuck with your weight journey, so that means that your metabolism in that week maybe is lower than what has been originally calculated. So again, that we may reduce for this next week the calorie allowance. So I like that. I have to say, compared to other app, I found quite strict. That's why I'm questioning the app itself, and I'm wondering if there's anything better right now, because the calorie goals that I was given, it's very, very low compared to what I had in the previous app. And what happened is that I think psychologically I almost feel like, oh well, I'm not at any point will be able to stick to such a low calorie target, and I'm not even gonna try. While instead, if I had a slightly higher calories budget, it may feel more achievable, but that's maybe just me. Another things I've started today, which I'm super excited about, is a new training program on the Peloton platform app on running. As you know, I've finished, I think it's 3 weeks ago now, the half marathon program. I was super happy, super hyped. I tried to keep going with my running routine, but what I found is, as I was expecting, for various reasons, also because I was busy, I was low, I am low in terms of mood. If I don't have a goal and a plan and a target to achieve, I may sleep my habit and let my habit fade away. Plus, I was traveling, there was many things going on, so it's not just one thing. But what I've decided to do is starting a new program, a new training program, this time for a full marathon. Not that I'm planning to run a marathon, well, you never know, maybe next year I will be running the London Marathon. But for me it was in order to have a schedule and to have something to follow along. If I'm correct, the full program is split into 3 parts. I think each part is 6 weeks long. I know that I've started the first block now as is 6 weeks, and then there's going to be a part 2 and part 3. What I like about this program compared to the half marathon is that they incorporated in the weekly schedule also strength training, because what I was struggling a bit more before with the half marathon training is that because it was heavily focused on running, I wasn't necessarily able to fit my strength training, and that led to I can see I lost muscle mass, form. I was in a better shape. So with the full marathon, the strength training is actually incorporated within the program itself. So I'm curious to see how it goes and how far I can go. Now, what I'm going to do is preparing ice cream. I have the Ninja Creami, I think it's called, machine. I bought it last year. I've loved it. The way you do ice cream with the Ninja machine is you do it yourself. You put the ingredients that you want, and then you freeze it, and then you create ice cream. And you can do ice cream, you can do sorbet, you can do milkshake, you can do gelato. I remember last year, every day I was making ice cream, frozen yogurt, everything. Like, as they say, like if you can freeze it, you can make it into an ice cream. So now that the sun is out, I decide to make ice cream again. And I will take you along with me so I can share my recipe and what I usually do when I make ice cream. The Ninja Creami machine comes with a recipe book, and I use that to take inspiration. Like all the recipe in here, I try, not all of them, but most of them are actually really good. But I think like in everything, you can ask, I usually ask ChatGPT or Gemini, or you check online. There are many videos, people that are sharing their own variation of recipe. You will find your own way and your own recipe, because let's face it, everybody has different tastes, and there are people that maybe prefer a more creamy and rich texture, people that they prefer low fat, high protein ice cream. You can make exactly what you want and how you like it. I will make two types of ice cream. I decide to make a chocolate ice cream and a coffee ice cream. We are going to start with the coffee ice cream. In order to make our coffee ice cream, you will need the container. We don't need the lid right now. You will need 55 grams of sugar, 3 tablespoons, 150 ml of double cream, cup of coffee. You want the coffee to be cold, and then 230 ml of milk. You also want some sort of cheese, so I usually use yogurt if I don't have soft cheese. Very often, unless there's a specific recipe, but I will add milk until it reaches the max fill line. And we are good to go. We just put the lid and put in the freezer. Now let's move to the chocolate one. The process is exactly the same, but because chocolate has a powder, it's a bit more tricky to work with. Same as before, I'm going to add my soft cheese, or in this case, yogurt, around 3 tablespoons of sugar. I combine the sugar and the cheese. I'm now gonna add the chocolate. So this is the chocolate that I'm using. The whole sachet is basically 2 tablespoons of chocolate, and I'm going to stir again. As you can see with the chocolate, you create a thick paste. I wish you were here to see and to smell the chocolate that is coming from this bowl. It's unbelievable, but it's very thick, and that's why I have a container with the handle, because it's easy for me to manage and work. My advice, do not be tempted to leave it as it is now. Give it a few more stirs to incorporate some herb. It will also make it a bit more liquid, and especially if you have soft cheese. Obviously now I've used yogurt, but if you have soft cheese, the more you play with it, the better it is, because it's warming it up and it's create a softer consistency. Now we pour the cream, the magic happens, and you see that the chocolate paste starts to dissolve with the cream. So I'm gonna pour everything in here. Look how chocolate it is. I'm gonna add, just to clean the container to ensure that I use every drop of chocolate, a bit of milk here, so I can dissolve everything that is remaining. now that I have all my ingredients into the final container, I will pour milk until I reach my end line. This is all mixed up. Now you cover and you put in the freezer for 24 hours. And we're back. So ice cream is now in the freezer. Shame I need to wait 24 hours to try and taste it, but it's okay. And I think now that the good weather is coming, I will get back into the habit of doing it consistently and having always ice cream. My favorite one is the chocolate and the coffee, which I just made, but also the lemon sorbet, which is super easy to do because you just squeeze 3 or 4 lemon and then you add sugar and then you fill up the container with water and it's done. And it's such a great flavor. Then if you're like me, you can add a bit of vodka on top of the sorbet. That's the Italian treat. But by the way, I hope you enjoyed this new like sharing recipe style. If you did, write it in the comment. Please remember to like the video. And I know I never asked this, but I would like to start to have some subscribers. It's part of my new goal. It's to start building this channel. So if you watch this video, if you enjoy the video, if you like to see more, click on subscribe. Let me know in the comment what would you like me to talk about next time. If you've been in the channel for a bit and you watch my other videos, you know that these are diaries. So every week I share an update about my life and I'm talking to you as we were friends. That's not one topic for the whole channel. Depending on what is in my mind, depending on what happened in the week, depending on what it's hot in the moment, I will share some ideas, advices, tips, asking questions, or just sharing a life update. And it happened that today I wanted to make ice cream, so I was like, why not? Let me share the recipe with you. But I'm very open and I'm curious to understand from you what would you like me to talk about. If it's something that I don't know, if it's something that I don't feel comfortable, I will not, but give me some ideas. And I would like to start growing this channel. I would like to start building a community where we come together once a week and we can share each other's experiences. So please subscribe, share this channel with anyone in your friends that you think may benefit or may like my style. Happy spring, everyone, and until next time, you take care.